Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing today? In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I saw in a news article. And this is a little concerning, to be honest with you. So, you know me, grab your coffee, possibly chocolate. Might even have to break out the ice cream today. No kidding. So the headline says, Red Alert. Is America now just 9 meals away from anarchy? Massive civil unrest provoked on purpose. I don't know how to take this. 9 meals. So does that mean 3 days? You know, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I don't know. So mass famine has been engineered into the coordinated takedown of the U.S. And it's already too late to reverse it. A lot of things have happened, and it's already too late to reverse a lot of things, and we've seen that. Okay, widespread food scarcity is already baked in, so to speak, and now it's only a matter of time as the dominoes fall. Yeah. America is being deliberately plunged into what we're calling dark winter, okay? Famine, energy collapse, hyperinflation, and medical martial law. Over the next several months, we're going to witness food riots in Democratic-run cities, government enforcing rationing of food purchases at retail. And the person who wrote this article says, "Welcome to Amerizuela." Some sort of food rationing enforcement ID system. We've talked about ration cards. Remember from World War II? So don't be surprised if they hand out ration cards. Possibly a biometric mark of the beast system. Aggressive public shaming of hoarders and possible criminalization of stockpiling food. A lot of you have brought to my attention, because a lot of you guys have, Facebook and stuff like that, and you've actually sent me screenshots of things that say, if you know somebody who's an extremist or has more than like 3 weeks worth of food, you should turn them in. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean 3 weeks? 3 weeks worth of food? Wait a minute. Even before I started becoming hardcore prepping, I would go shopping once a month. I would always have more than just 3 weeks worth of food in my house. So does that make me an extremist? No, it's called providing for my family. I'm not an extremist anyway. I just have a different mindset. I'm more of a prepared mind, and I don't want my family to starve to death. I don't think that's being an extremist, and it's definitely not being a damn hoarder. I hate that word. There's a huge difference between being a hoarder and being a prepper. Oh my God. I am so tired of being labeled as a hoarder. I am tired of it. Use, I know a lot of times that I just sit here in front of my camera, the camera on my phone, okay? One time I'm going to have to do a pan around of my house so you can actually see how Sean and me and Andrew live, okay? No hoarding in this house. I don't even have trinkets. I can't stand them. Why? They're dust collectors. I mean, literally, I dust and mop and vacuum and every single day. Why? Because I can't stand dirt. I have OCD with cleaning. I'm just saying, there's literally no. Don't ever label me as a hoarder. I will punch you in the mouth. I can't stand that. Oh my God. By the way, I talked to my mechanic. He told me to put this message out there. When it comes to oil changes over the next couple of months, possibly like the next 6 months, the filters that are used when doing oil changes, the most popular filter, which is called the $5 filter, okay? There is a nationwide backlog. So when you go for your next oil change, don't be surprised if the price goes up $10 to $15 because now the filters that have to be used are no longer the $5 filters. They are the $10 and $15 filters because there is a nationwide backlog on the filters. Okay? I wanted to get that out there. So thank you, Dave. So anyway, back to this. We are not hoarders. Damn it. Anyway. Public school systems are running out of food. And yeah, they are. And I know this because a lot of you parents have actually sent me the letters that the schools are sending out to the parents. You guys have actually sent me those letters from your schools. One school system in Alabama is now urging parents to keep their children at home because the school has no food to feed them. This is no joke what our country is going through. Okay, the hashtag Empty Shelves Joe is not a joke anymore. Did you ever hear of the 7-year famine? Welcome. Welcome to it. Thanks a lot, potato. All across America, people are seeing empty shelves with their own eyes now. And the other hashtag, Bare Shelves Biden, I like the Empty Shelves Joe myself, but whatever, is trending across social media. The mainstream media is acknowledging the worsening shortages, but they are trying to blame hoarders. You and your hoarders. You and your words. Your words suck. We're not hoarders. Rather than the engineered supply chain collapse put in place by the treasonous Biden regime as an act of war against America. And that's exactly what this is. It's exactly what this is. You put a moron, you put someone in an office who doesn't even know where the hell he is half the time. And you expect things to run smoothly. Don't think so. Food manufacturers across the country are announcing major price increases, just like my mechanic did with the oil changes because of the filters. Okay, so don't just expect it with food. Expect it with everything else, with everyday things that we have to do. It's like with car maintenance and things like that. Anything like if you need something fixed in the house, expect prices to go up. Expect prices to go up. Okay? If you need an electrician to come in the house, a plumber to come in the house, expect prices to go up. Why? Because if they need to bring supplies into the house to fix something in your house, guess what? Those parts from like an electrical socket that might have to be replaced in your house that may have cost $2.50 6 months ago now cost $5 today. So these prices are going up and up and up and up and up, all because we have a freaking mashed potato in the White House. So just be prepared. Be prepared. It's not just our food. It's everything else as well. So, and grocery store chains like Albertsons are declaring prices will rise aggressively for the foreseeable future. Aggressively. Aggressively, in my head, you know what that says? Hyperinflation. It's not just inflation, it's hyperinflation. Some grocery retailers are having to dispatch their own cargo trucks to food manufacturers just to pick up pallets of food that would otherwise not be delivered due to labor shortages. Also caused by the regime and its engineered lockdowns, COVID bailout money scheme. Other supermarket chains are also having a difficult time stocking shelves due to receiving unfulfilled deliveries from suppliers. And those unfulfilled deliveries from the suppliers, because they can't fulfill their, what is it called? I did a video on, okay. When they sign a contract and they promise to fill, okay, when they promise to fulfill their promise, guess what? It's part of force majeure, okay? The lack of supply of food has many grocers sometimes sending their own trucks to grab foods from manufacturing plants. It is now crystal clear that the engineered food collapse is going to plunge the nation into extreme food scarcity, Venezuela style, probably by Christmas. Kids, I hope you're hearing me, okay? I hope you're hearing the words that I am reading right now. I really do. And I know sometimes I yell and I get like, my voice, whatever. And some people say, oh my God, you're a drama queen. I'm not being a drama queen. Sometimes I just get upset and it comes out different ways. I just want you to hear me, okay? And I want you to understand we are in a dire situation right now. And I don't want any of you to go hungry. I really don't. Okay, please. I don't want any of you to ever go hungry or go without. Okay? I really don't. Notably, this is all by design. And we know that it is because we have been discussing this for quite some time. Okay? The regime criminals are seeking to plunge America into widespread civil unrest and anarchy so they can declare martial law and suspend the 2022 elections, preserving democratic rule for the foreseeable future. This engineered plan for civil unrest is further accelerated by mass firings of police officers, firefighters, 911 operators, and other first responders. And I really hope not. Do you want to know why? You guys know that my husband works for Homeland Security. And you also know, because I've told you, that he has until November 12th to get the... And Sean does not want it. And because we live in Florida, guess what? He was just offered his job back at the sheriff's office because our sheriff is not mandating it. for his officers. So Sean was actually offered his job back. And they want Andrew. So Andrew's thinking about going through the police academy. So Sean was offered his job back at the sheriff's office. So Sean's actually thinking about going back to the sheriff's office. So he doesn't have to get the... Trying to fund the police down here, it'll never work. Not in good old boy country. Anywho, so crippling labor shortages are leaving 911 emergency response call centers with a skeleton crew staff. We're seeing this in more major cities, like, from what we heard, like Chicago, right? Over the weekend, last weekend, we heard about this in Chicago, okay? All across America, government and corporate leaders are firing those who refuse to take the Radon, well, excuse me, while facing a mass die-off of those who did take it. And the result is the deliberate gutting of the entire infrastructure that runs a nation, including transportation and logistics, medicine, law enforcement, local governments, food supplies, energy, air cargo, and more. What you are watching is the systematic planned dismantling of an entire nation. America is being gutted like the carcass of a hog in a meat plant. And the end result is inescapable. Mass starvation, destitution, and anger, resulting in a nationwide uprising revolt that the regime will use to declare martial law. In essence, this is, on a nationwide scale, January 6th. The regime is baiting the entire population into an armed revolt, then using the revolt to install itself into permanent power while canceling elections and using food scarcity as a weapon. Entire crowds of protesters will, of course, be hit with aerosolized bioweapons, which DHS is testing right out in the open this week across New York City with the subways and the parks, right? These are practice runs for unleashing these deadly weapons against the American people in 2022. Now, make no mistake, Potato and his globalist controllers are waging all-out war against the American people, which is what every Marxist and fascist treasonous government regime eventually comes to. Now, when you see the mass uprisings this winter, okay, just remember, it was all invoked by engineered food scarcity, which we all saw coming. Just about every single prepper who has a channel, me, Jason Pinball, okay, Canadian prepper, city prepper, every single one of us, we all said, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming, this is coming. And we tried to drill it into your heads to start preparing. Prep harder, prep harder, prep harder, prep harder, prep harder. And a lot of you listened. And it's playing right into the hands of the anti-American traitors who are systematically dismantling this nation and its military through the forced injection of biological weapons that are fraudulently labeled as, you know what, arm candy. A lot of Americans weren't ready to hear this truth, right? And a lot of us, not us, but others, shall we say, those who shall not be named, they're going to just go, F. She doesn't know what she's talking about. No? Okay. Then don't come back here and say anything, because all I'm going to say is, I told you so. Just like the rest of us we're going to have to repeat ourselves over and over again and say, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. Don't you hate having to say that over and over again? I know I do. But at this moment, it's all undeniable. You can see the evidence right in front of you. The takedown of the nation has commenced. And it won't be long before America looks like Venezuela. Complete with an engineered financial collapse. And Trish has said this how many times? And I would listen to her. Remember, she's a retired international banker. A day trader. She knows her shite. And dollar reset, that will be the final nail in the coffin of the American empire. Get ready, kids. All right? As for Christmas, buy prepping items for your loved ones. You don't know what to buy the kids for Christmas that's prepping? How about getting them a tent, flashlights, sleeping bags? Make it fun. Let them camp out back in the, let them camp out back. Get them a board game. You know what I mean? Let's go sleep outside. Go camping out in the backyard. Get them a little radio, a tent, flashlights. Let's tell spooky stories. Remember when we were kids, we would hold the flashlight underneath of our chin? Get a board game. Okay? Let's buy camping supplies and prepping supplies for our kids for Christmas. That's how I'm saying it. Forget about the newest electronic for Christmas. Because with the way things are going, they're not going to be able to use it anyway. All right. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Stay positive. Keep prepping. And as always, fearless.